you guys all doing? I have just finished reading Red, White, and Royal Blue, and I think to me, it gets like a 10 out of 10. It was very cute. It was just a quick read. It was something that I really enjoyed reading and that I would suggest other people to read. What happens is that so the book centers around Alex and Henry. Alex is the first son of the President of the United States, and Henry is the Prince of Wales. Right at first, because they're both diplomats, they do see each other. Alex really doesn't like Henry because he thinks he's just royal and just stuck up. Right, but then there's like a New Year's Eve party, and Henry and Alex end up getting into a bit of an argument. They end up taking it outside, and then at the end of it, Henry ends up kissing Alex and then goes away. But for whatever reason, Alex can't stop thinking about it, right? And then he starts about the kiss, and he starts like questioning his own sexuality, wondering if he's like bi or gay, and he really, right? And then Alex and Henry do meet up a few times, and he realizes that, yeah, that Henry is, or that we find out that Alex is bisexual and that Henry is gay, and that they end up having like this cutesy little romance, but they end up having to hide it. And not only do they have to like hide it from like the public because they're like royal figures, but they end up hiding it from their families. After that, they end up because the president is up for re-election, and the president is Alex's mom, that a scandal breaks out, and essentially that they end up needing to go public with their with the romances. Of course, the Queen did not necessarily enjoy the fact that he ended up coming out as gay in such a public way, but as these things, they do need to come out, right? So, and as we're trying to, so before the re-election of the president, or for the vote, the country's vote, right, we find out that all this, that how it got public, that this romance between the boys, because they ended up signing all these like non-disclosure agreements and trying to be as private as they could. Turns out that the opposite party hired a company who investigated them and to take photographs, and then they also hired a third party to hack the White House servers to get all the private emails that Alex and Henry were sending back and forth, and that's how it all became public. But a lifelong friend of Alex and his family worked for the other party. Alex blurted out to him that he was gay, or bisexual, I mean, and this party and this man ended up, even though he worked for the other party, he ended up incognitally sending his sister the information or how they were able to like hack the servers and get all the photos and everything about the two boys. And so right after they became public with Alex and Henry became public with their relationship, they also became public with, oh yeah, like this is how we got all our information about you guys, right? About how they're in a relationship. After it was released that they were in fact in a relationship, the boys were just, they didn't feel like they needed to hide anything. They were very happy to be around with each other, and they didn't have to sneak around or anything like that. And well, the president got reelected, right, back for her second and final term of president of the United States. So everything did work out, and it was very clever. I think like how like you were able to figure out who really did like really release this information and how everything was like helped out. But I would definitely recommend like this book to other people in the future. I would see what Casey McCuson else she has written, because I think this was like cleverly written. I thought it was just a great read to like have. It was another quick read. I'm glad I picked it up, And yeah, that's the only thing I have to say about it. I thought it was great. Yeah. All right. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna start reading another book, and it should be a good time. Right, so I guess, yeah, if you guys are interested in reading Red, White, and Royal Blue, please let me know, or if you've already read it, tell me what your thoughts on it. All right, that's it for today. Bye.